crafty friends, it's Jess from jesscrafts.com, and today I'm here with a card featuring the Punny Snacks Cat Scrappiness stamp set. So this is a brand new stamp set for March, and it was just released. I really enjoyed it because it had great punny sentiments, but they weren't all like lovey-dovey. I found that a lot of similar food-based stamp sets only had sentiments that were love-based, and I liked that this had the punny snacks theme but could do friendship cards or could just do like general encouragement cards because that better suited the kind of cards that I personally like to make. So there was this "You're so delightful" and all the little soda images. So what I decided to do was stamp a line of the soda images, and a stamp positioning tool of any kind really helps with that. Then I stamped the sentiment underneath it, and I'm going to mask off this area so that I can create the look of soda as my background. So I wanted the idea of like some cola and some fizzy bubbles in it. And I thought that Distress Oxide ink would work perfect for this. So I chose a sort of warmish brown color. But you could use regular Oxide ink or Distress Oxide, whichever is better for you. You might even be able to try it with some other dye inks, but you really want something water reactive. So I'm going to recommend the Distress, and Cat Scrappiness has all of the new colors of Distress Oxides as well as some of the older colors. And so I picked up all of the newest colors because I am obsessed and love Distress Oxide inks. I'm going to cover my whole background piece except for the mask area with my brown Oxide ink. You might see that I kind of pull the pad right to the page, and that just helps me cover the entire page faster versus if I were to just try to apply it all to the ink pad. It just takes a much longer amount of time. Then I am going to spritz it, but I like to dry it in between so that the effect of the spritzing is a bit more dramatic and it pulls up a bit more ink. Well, I find when it's wet, it doesn't react as well, and my bubbles won't be as clear or white. So I dried it, and then I'm going to spritz it. However, again, because I want these to be more of a white or clear color, I'm going to dab the water off. Whereas if you just spritz it and let it dry, it's going to be a much subtler effect, which is great if that's what you're going for. But in this particular instance, that's not what I was going for. Adding the water does mean that my masking may not hold, and there is a little bit of smudging. So a little bit of the Distress Oxide ink gets, activated and leaks under my masking here. And I'm using Post-it note tape masking. You might find that a different masking method is a little bit more waterproof and doesn't have the same bleeding, but I was fine with that. I mostly just wanted my cups to sort of pop off the page, and leaving some white behind them created that effect, that little bit of brown that I'm going to try to take care of here with a Tombow Mono Sand Eraser. And that generally did the job. Like, it really cleaned it up pretty well, and I was happy with the end result, although again, I just wanted to warn you that it's not going to be perfect. So here I have my R46, 14, and 17. The 14 and 17 are obviously really close, and that creates a really nice subtle blend, but I am really trying to make deeper shadows just because I do find that to be a bit more appealing to my personal taste. I do like a little bit of a deeper shadow, so sometimes I'm picking a wider marker. I am generally going to go with starting with my darkest and blend to my lightest. However, with this, the R46 does kind of scare me because the R's are really bold and they can bleed easily. So sometimes I am hesitant to go right to the very darkest color, afraid that I will get too much color on there. So I went with the R17, blended it out with the 14, kind of saw if I liked it or not. And then I'll add some of the R46 as needed to deepen some of the shadows. I also find that the less I blend out the darkest shadows, the more that I like them. So that was a bit of the thought process there. And then I do have a C1, I believe, just to add a touch of color to the straws so that they don't look the same white as the background. Or sorry, it's a C00 and a C1. You could get away with just one or the other. I was just trying to add a tiny bit of dimension. So it looks like I'm sorry guys, I must have gone in with the R46 right away because I didn't go back with the darker shadows, but I just do want to make sure that you're aware that reds tend to be the most bleed prone colors in my experience. I'm going to round the corners here, and that's basically going to be it for my card. It was just about trying to create a fun background based on this punny snacks theme, and I am going to have another video later this month with a similar look featuring again this punny background or punny snacks stamp set. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in more crafting tutorials, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I will leave you links to the products used in the video description below, as well as to a coupon code for cat scrappiness. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.